Boom! We are off another episode of Booze Your Daddy. I'm Dr. Alan Snyder here with my girl, Stephanie Blue and True Dancona, coming live from
OTIS, Maine. They call it the Las Vegas of the North.
what does that even mean? Like drugs and prostitutes?
No, I'm just kidding. There's one store in the entire town, and it sells everything. You can get bait, beer, pizza, nachos, all your liquor. It's the best store ever. I think they should abolish all stores. Every borough gets one store. That's it. And it's got everything.
Zhuzh your hair for me in the wind. You have such foliage. For anybody that's just listening to this, I highly recommend definitely check us out on Instagram, Booze Your Daddy, BOOSYOURDADDY, and on YouTube because Stephanie's background is fantastic. And somebody
all right, let's lean away a little bit so you can see what's happening back there. It's all trees all day long.
Yeah, you look like you've been into those trees a little bit. I love it because I've been stuck in Manhattan for so long. I was able to get out a little bit this past weekend. Stephanie, did I hear you correctly? You are in OTIS, Maine?
OTIS, exactly. I just put two and two together, to be honest, like 3 days ago.
Now, for people listening to this that don't know, Stephanie and I know each other, met each other, fell in love with each other as friends.
Fell in love.
On a kickball, dodgeball, intramural sports team that was called
OTIS for short.
Well, technically it wasn't OTIS because the name of the team is Off in the Shower, which most people had no idea what that meant. But it goes back to Simon and Laddie's days at Union. They love the shout outs. I'll give them a little bit now.
They love it.
They do. Look at him. He loves it there. Yeah. They love using that name because they heard of it, and nobody beats
Off in the Shower.
Exactly. And we used that name forever and ever until that one season we did that terrible kickball league, Waka Waka. It was such a disorganized piece of garbage. And they abbreviated everybody's team name for whatever reason. And the guy, maybe he's dyslexic. I'm sorry if you are. I'm not making fun. But he didn't
write. But you are.
But he is a little bit. Off in the Shower is OITS, OITS. And for whatever reason, this guy abbreviated us as OTIS.
So from then on, we just refer to it as OTIS. Everybody knows it. We just refer to it as that. And I am currently in a town called OTIS.
Very
good.
And
I did not realize that. I know. It's almost as amazing as our dodgeball team.
That managed to steal a couple championships from Balls to the Wall because they suck.
Oh, they absolutely suck. They were the worst.
So, Boo, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. You look refreshed. Give me an update. What's going on up there? How's the lobster?
I have not had that lobster bacon in a couple days. It is great. I got here, flew. The airport was great. I may have been the first person in the world that will say this statement. LaGuardia was wonderful.
What?
There was nobody there. I was from my apartment through security in 20 minutes. It was amazing. Everyone was nice. It took me 20 minutes to find that beer. I don't know if you saw it. I posted it on our story.
I see everything that you post. I hope everybody else sees it. Now, did I read the caption correctly? You spent how much on a Bud Light?
I spent $15 on a Bud Light. It was by accident. So
you accidentally ordered a Bud Light?
No, I accidentally paid $15. Well, all right, let me go with this. Most of the stuff is not open in LaGuardia. So for me to get a beer, usually you have to go like 10 feet. There's nothing open. They had like one in like each terminal. So I kept having to ask people like, where do I get beer? Where do I get beer? Because I had an hour. I got stuck. So I had like an hour and a half. I ended up having to walk like 15 minutes to just find this one beer. So I get that. And I don't want any other beers. I just wanted a Bud Light or the Bud Light. And it gives me the check. And I see it's $14.95. And I was like,
oh, wait a minute. There's tax and tip as well?
That was before I tipped.
Oh my God. That was an $18 Bud Light, Stephanie.
I think it cost me $18. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But they didn't have the prices on the menu. So it is what it is, whatever. But I thought that was ballsy because I was prepared at most to pay $10. But listen, I am that dedicated. Nobody can say I am not completely blue and true after that. So I took one for the team, and by the team, I mean me and my wallet.
Blue and True. I'd rather be red and dead than spend $18 on a Blue and True Bud Light.
You would rather be dead than spend $18. You need to live a better quality of life if $18 is what's putting you over the edge.
Well, Stephanie, all this talk of beer has made me thirsty. And
yes,
I have
thirsty.
something. I am so excited for my beer, but you are up in Maine and you're doing all the local stuff. So what are you working with? Because your thing looks fire.
My thing is fire. We went to the one store in town called OTIS General. They have a new beer freezer, which is gigantic. And this one is by the brewery Gagan Brothers, which is a thing up here. I've had 4 or 5 of theirs. I bought this one like Alan strictly because of the can. It's got what I believe is an old school cheerleading team on it, men included,
God.
which is great.
What does it say? It says Stein Song?
Stein Song.
Or is it Stein or is it Steen? Like, are they a bunch of yids?
Stein. I don't know the difference.
I mean, I can say that, right? As a Jew bagel, I can say that.
I'm not going to say that as a Jewish man, sure. But I think my cousin said that this was from Orono. So maybe this was not Orono, from University of Maine. So this may have been their cheerleading team.
University
I
of
don't know if
Maine,
you're making it up.
University of Maine is the Grizzlies?
The Grizzlies, correct.
Yeah. Oh, nailed it.
Yeah.
Mascots,
there you go. All right, so what do you got working on there? What do we got?
I am working with something I saw that I've been buying more of the singles. I saw a 4-pack of Pineapple Guppy, pale ale with pineapple. It is a Pipeworks brewing company out of Chicago, Illinois. And yes, by the way, to anybody listening, start buying your beer by the way the can looks. Have you had, listen, we've all had enough beer at this point that you're not finding anything that like, oh my God, there's a flavor I've never heard of. Just start get the good stuff. Also, any good beer doesn't come in crappy logos. If anybody can name a good beer or post a picture, I'll post it on Instagram of a beer that's incredible that has meh packaging. I'll listen to it.
Nailed it, Bud Light.
Oh, Jesus. All right, Stephanie. Now,
all right,
I also, as we're about to release the Kraken, I can't imagine that the Kraken are not going to have some green in it. So this is Dunkadoo. This is you. Blue and True. Here we go, boo.
L'chaim.
Yamas. Cheers to you.
Oh, that's delicious. It's a light lager. It's delicious.
Yeah, mine is pretty freaking great. I'm so glad I got the 4-pack of this.
Can you taste the pineapple?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of pineapple. It's 4.6 alcohol. This thing is very, very good. I highly recommend it if anybody ever finds this.
All right, so what's going on with you? What are you working with? It's been a little while.
So we haven't spoken a little bit. I just wanted to catch you up. I just wanted to catch you up on something that happened in my life.
Oh, I'm excited.
Most people don't even believe me when I say this. I have never seen the movie Shawshank Redemption.
Wait, can I interject right here?
Go ahead.
The first time I saw it was like 4 weeks ago.
Oh my God. So
this is why we're really good friends.
I think so. And when I tell people that, they don't believe me because it's on television all the time. P.S. Don't have cable. Don't care. Number 2, it's the best movie of all time. How have you never seen Shawshank Redemption? Don't care. It's old and sure. Yeah, whatever. I really take no shame in that. And it's gotten to the point that I said, I don't want to watch it. We're at the level where it's become a thing, right? Because it's been out for, 20 years, 25 years at this point?
I want to say it's 20 years.
Yeah.
20. I feel like it's 1990 or something like that.
Right. So 1990 is 30 years from now.
Yeah, but I made that up. One of our friends is absolutely getting
it's like 94 or something.
All right.
So I have never seen Shawshank Redemption, but, and this is always my caveat, I have taken a shower with Tim Robbins. True story.
Wait, what?
So when people always go, you've never seen Shawshank? I'm like, I've showered with an Oscar winner. That should count for something. So I played hockey for all my life. It's probably my best sport. And when I was playing at Chelsea Piers when I first came to New York, I was way better than I would be today. I was skating a lot. I was playing a lot. And one of the guys on our team, because they divide up all the teams from level 1, Division 1, to level 8. And when I tell you that level 8 is somebody who put on laces and skates yesterday, and level 1.
So that's me. So I'd be level 12.
No, you would probably fit into Division 8 and maybe get a goal your first game. It's pretty horrible.
Okay.
Division 1 is guys who played college, guys who played ex-pro. It's quick. But they divide it up based on the level that you want to play is on certain nights. And some of them are very weird. You know, this one's on Monday, this one's on Tuesday. I signed up for Division 5 thinking that I would be good. And I played Division 5 hockey because they played on mostly Sunday nights, which is a great night for hockey, and some Wednesday nights. And I started playing this, and I was probably in the middle of my team, maybe one of the better skaters, and I'm okay with that. I was good. I was comfortable. I probably could have played a little higher. But we had some guys on our team that actually did play higher, and one of the guys played in Division 2, and one night he goes, guys, it's the holiday season. I need somebody to come fill in on my team. When you fill in for teams, it's free hockey. You don't have to pay for it. They're just happy you're there. They'll buy you beer. They're super nice to you, and the games are like $30 to $40 a piece. So you're playing for free, and it's awesome. So I go fill in for Division 2, and I was very worried because this is a much higher level than I've ever played at. I said, hey, the kid's name is Brandon. I said, Brandon, am I going to be okay on this team? He goes, if you skate hard, you'll fit in. You'll be fine. I said, all right. So I went out that night and skated my balls off. I was really doing everything I could and could barely keep up. I mean, they were very good. The final score was 11-10. It was shot goal, shot goal. People were so freaking good. Halfway through that game, who shows up on our team but Tim Robbins, Oscar winner, to play hockey with us?
Wait, so was he playing the entire time with you, or he showed up midway?
He showed up midway through the game because that was his team. I was subbing on the team that he normally plays on. I just had no idea.
Got it.
So he shows up, and he is piss drunk, like in a bad way, white girl wasted. And I was playing defense, and he was playing defense, and we were changing for each other. So when I came off, he was the one going on. So we didn't really get to like sit on the bench and chit chat. But
so Tim Robbins was your understudy a little bit. Yeah,
that's not exactly what that means.
Yeah, well, listen, in this story, you were Tim Robbins' understudy. So you were an understudy for an Oscar winner. So you're partway through your EGOT.
Right. I'm definitely through my EGOT. So he is changing for me. I'm changing for him. We don't get to chat. But finally at the period break, I kind of said like, hey, Tim, how's it going? And he wants nothing to do with me. He just gives me this like, and so I'm very good at taking social cues. He did not want to be bothered. He is who he is. I'm some pipsqueak joining his team. I should probably leave him alone, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah, and my guess is you didn't do that.
I did not.
Be Alan.
No chance. He would not give me the time of day. So after calling him Tim a couple of times, now I just start calling him Timmy. Hey, Timmy. He is not enjoying this. Now, here's what I will say. For a man who could barely stand up on the ice, that dude can shoot. That dude can skate. He was very good for somebody that I didn't know played hockey, but he was very good. He held his own. He was great. The game ends, and sure enough, the game ends, and stop moving your foot, whatever that is. All right, we're good. The game ends, and we go back to the locker room, and all the locker rooms are in like different places. Chelsea Piers is super weird because you rent a locker and you're not necessarily with your team. You go change where your locker is. So you could be in a locker room with 8 other teams. It's just very random, very weird. Well, the game ends, and him and I are the only 2 people to go back to one locker room, and it got real awkward.
It sounds horrible if you
No,
were Tim Robbins.
it's just him and I, and of course, like gentleman's rule, eyes down when you're changing, eyes down when you're doing this, and we go to take a shower, and it's just one of those communal showers, and I didn't even look up. I've told the story a bunch. People go, well, was he hung? Was he this? Was he that? I'm like, I have no idea. I really was not looking. I also was just so afraid.
You wasted the opportunity. He honestly probably thought you were a stalker.
Yeah, it got really weird. I was afraid he was going to two-hand me with a hockey stick or something, so I just I let it go. We did our thing. We went our separate ways. And then the next day, I'm sitting in bed. I turn my computer on, and I'm a Yahoo guy. I'm not a Gmail or a Google or anything. I turn on Yahoo, and the front page of Yahoo News says, Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon officially split for good. Oh my God, I felt like so small. I felt so bad because he was at some holiday Christmas party getting bombed because they were never married, but they had they had this long relationship, and they finally broke up. And you know what he really needed was some pipsqueak with long hair, because I had long hair at the time.
I forgot about that.
Just ribbing him for 45 minutes, an hour, however long that game was, and I felt so bad. So for all these years, I've been saying how I've never seen Shawshank Redemption, but I've showered with an Oscar winner, Tim Robbins, and last week was my girlfriend's birthday, and she finally said, you know what I want to do for my birthday? Because last year she made me watch Notting Hill or something terrible.
Ew!
That movie's
Gross.
Garbage movie. So,
Garbage movie.
I'm Hugh Grant. I'm just gonna bumble. That movie could have been an hour and 5 minutes, but it was 2 hours and 30 minutes with Hugh Grant bumbling through every line.
He annoys me. I'm sorry, but he does.
He does. So she forced me against my will to watch Shawshank Redemption. So I just watched it for the first time, and you know what I think? Best movie ever? It was just all right. Like, it was fine. It was good.
Oh, I mean, I'll give it bigger props than that. I thought it was good. I think the problem was I just waited way too long.
It's been done. That movie's been referenced so many times. It's been mocked so many times. There's been so many other shows and movies that have done the exact same thing that for me, yes, it was the OG. It was original. I get it. But it was fine. The movie does not hold up at all. But you're watching it going like, okay, it was good. Best movie ever? I don't think so. There's better movies.
Well, at the time, it may have been best movie ever. But you watch a lot of movies, so I don't blame you. If I said best movie ever, you'd be like, she probably believes that because she watches a movie a year at best.
It's your best movie ever.
It's my best movie of my life.
Yeah. So
I'm glad to hear about that.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that with everybody because that's one of my stories I tell actually somewhat regularly.
First of all, I've known you for 572 years, and I've never heard that. So this is, you know what? That's why this show is happening, because it shows that no matter how much you know your friends, you will never actually know another person.
No chance.
So do you want to roll into trivia now? Because I am so excited about it.
Okay.
This is my favorite category ever. So we're doing a 10 questions.
Oh, a 10 question.
Yes, they're very straightforward, easy. You're going to know them or you don't. Riley, my family dog, just came to hang out. So
oh my God, can we get a Riley cameo on the video podcast?
Rai, come here, honey girl.
Oh, look at that face. Oh my God.
That's Rai.
That's beautiful.
Riley,
that's
beautiful. A little more. All right, that's Riley. She is attached to me. So, all right, well, now I screwed up the camera. So we're going to roll into trivia. Actually, can you pause this for a second? Hold on.
And go.
Yes. All right, so we're going to do 10 questions this time. They're going to be super straightforward. You're going to know them or you don't. We're just going to go for the 10, no points, whatever. If you get to 5, we're still going for 5 points. So, favorite category I've ever done. You know I've been missing football. So we're going with NFL mascots.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the mascot, and then you tell me the name of the team. So the problem is that I couldn't necessarily, if it's like an animal mascot, I can't really be like, Joe the lion, because obviously that would be like the Lions, which is why I made it 10.
Okay.
So we're just going to go with what we're going to go with. See what you get. All you got to do is get to 5. So I'm giving you 10. All you got to do is get 5.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? Do you have paper?
I'm ready.
All right. We're good. All right. Number 1, Captain Fear.
Fear.
Fear, Fear. Next,
Sure.
Brownie the Elf. Remember that some of these are going to have the clues in the name.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm going with.
Number 3, Boltman.
Bolt?
B-O-L-T, bolt, like lightning bolt. Number 4, Poe.
Get out of here.
This is the
You don't
next
think, you
one's
don't
my
think I knew
favorite.
that? I tell that story all the time.
First of all, I put it in there specifically for you. The next one's my favorite thing ever because it sounds like something that I made up.
Mm-hmm.
Steely McBeam.
All right. You should have did that one last so I could just take the L on it. I don't want to write it down.
Yes. All right. Number 6, Gumbo. Gumbo.
Okay.
The next one too, I have no idea what it means. Sourdough Sam?
Okay. I'm just going to guess at that, but yeah.
8, Big Red.
What the fuck is red?
Red, very red. In the avian category.
In the AVN category?
Avian.
Avian. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I meant? Evian?
I thought you said AVN, like the Adult Video Network Awards.
Oh, no.
They're called the AVNs. You know that, right? The awards?
Yeah, absolutely. I know that, obviously.
All right.
Number 9, Toro. Toro. Which means bull.
I know it means bull, but I'm thinking, what else is a bull right now? I really should have written out. I should have written out all the things, and maybe I had a better guess at that.
We can go through them again.
No.
Like, where's a bull? Like, maybe from, with horns, like a longhorn.
All right. I'll use the clue to help me, I guess.
The next one is Rampage. Rampage.
All right. I have guesses for everything except for Sourdough Sam.
I know, that's why I included it. The site I found them on had the history of all of them.
Like, I'm trying to think what sourdough, like sourdough bread, and what is there anything that's famous for bread that we can think of?
I have no idea where it came from. I didn't go that far into the article. I just loved the name so much. I don't even know how to describe it.
All right.
It's a guy. It's not like an animal. It's a guy. All right. So let's go into the answers. Captain Fear.
I'm going to go with the Buccaneers.
Oh, the Buccaneers.
Ding, ding, ding.
Look at you. Yes.
Let's go. You know what? I was struggling with the Big Red because the only red team that came to my mind was the Bucs. I'm like, but I already put the Bucs. That's my one guess. Boom. Right. One for one. Let's go.
1 for 1. All right. Number 2, Brownie the Elf.
I mean, I'm picking the Browns, but I have no idea.
Yes.
Okay.
I included some of them to help you out.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Number 3, Boltman.
The Chargers?
There you go.
Woo!
First of all, he looks ridiculous. It's just this big doofy guy with bolts on his head.
Yeah, Stephanie, we went to a game there years ago. They have a touchdown song, which some of the teams have. You know, obviously we know the Washington football team has the Hail to the Eagles have the Fly, Eagles fly, right? And then we know the Dolphins have one because we used to go to a bar and there was a Dolphins fan that used to play it. It's like on the road to the Super Bowl. It's stupid, but the San Diego one, I highly recommend you listen to. It sounds like an 80s cartoon theme song. It's like San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Superchargers. Just kidding. We're in Los Angeles now.
Wait, is that really part of it?
No, made it up on the fly.
They should. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, so I'm very proud of you so far. All right, so we got next one is Poe.
Get out of here. It's the Ravens. I know that.
All right. Obviously I'm going to include that. All right. Steely McBeam.
I'm going to say the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You got it.
Great.
Home of one of your faves, Big Ben.
Nope.
All right, Gumbo.
Gumbo is a Louisiana style thing. So I said the Saints.
Man, you're killing it right now.
Okay.
There's another one, Gumbo or something like that. I don't remember. Next one is Sourdough Sam.
So this was the only one I had zero idea for. God, I just said idea.
Did you say idea?
Oh my God, I just said idea like the Queen of Staten Island. Oy vey.
You put an R at the end.
Oh, I hate myself. I just did that. This is the only one
The best part is that I caught you just as you caught yourself.
Yeah. I have no idea for this one, but I just can't imagine that you would do a 10-question trivia and not include the Seahawks. So I'm going to say Seattle Seahawks.
It is 49ers.
Oh, yes, like a old, there's a little prospector here. I got my sourdough Sam.
I thought it was gonna be like a guy with like one of those like sieve things with like a nugget of gold. Should be like the Nuggets.
I got some pie right here for you guys here. But my sourdough Sam.
Did you say pie?
Some pie right, some fool's gold. You know what I mean?
I
Sourdough
said pie.
Sam. I'm gonna mix some gold.
Fool's gold.
Fool's gold. Pie right. That's what it's called. You know that, right?
The gold in them there hills.
I say that all the time.
All right, next one, Big Red.
You basically said it's the Cardinals, so I'll take the Cardinals, but I had no idea.
Trying to help you out.
Yeah, the AVN.
I was helping you out because I did not expect you to get so many other ones correct.
Okay.
All right, next one is Toro.
I'm going to say the Texans.
The Texans.
You also kind of helped me on that one, so
I know. I helped you on most of that. Listen, I've been told by you that I'm a little rough on some of them, so I want to make this one just fun.
Rough? Rough? Stephanie, you're the sandpaper of Quizmasters. Rough.
First of all, we have plenty of friends that get them all.
I don't trust all those friends.
You know what? All right. Well,
we're going to have everybody that all those number one fans out there, although how many number one fans can you have? They know who they are. They're eventually going to come on here and they're going to have the pressure of the lights and everything.
The big studio budget we have going on here.
Yeah, I know, right? We might cross the $200 budget this year.
I'm sitting in a plastic chair in a driveway. All right. And 10, Rampage.
I'll say the Rams, the LA Rams.
There you go. And we have a bonus round.
A bonus
question.
You know there's a bonus Jonas? You know there's like a fourth Jonas brother?
There's a fourth Jonas brother?
I know. He's a bonus Jonas. He didn't make the band, apparently.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
All right. The bonus is Blitz.
No, I don't.
Blitz.
I only know Blitz as the game.
Blitzing.
All right. Sure. I'll say the Seahawks again.
Obviously. Why would I put a bonus one if it wasn't the Seahawks?
Seahawks. There we go.
Hell yeah.
10 for 10.
That counts as 10 for 10. Alan, that was super freaking impressive. That was awesome.
Thank you. I just want to thank my mom and dad for never being there for me, which gave me extra time to watch football and know all this stuff. Boo.
Prepared.
Boo. I miss that laugh a lot. I am so happy that you're having a great time on your vacation. I know our friends are going to love hearing this.
They are. I think this is a good one, and that's why I wanted to choose the trivia that we did, because we had done entertainment stuff for a while, and I felt like it was time to break it up a little bit. And I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a fun time. I'm glad we got to do it while in Maine. Love to try another one in Maine in a couple days.
I'm down for it. Stephanie, make sure that you take some pictures of that lobster break. I really try hard to work on my Mass hole accent, and I have a patient right
Yeah.
now who is straight out of Mass, and she said, "You sound
Yeah.
like you're from Brooklyn. It's terrible. Stop right
Yeah,
now."
it's not great. It's
Okay.
not great.
I'm working on it.
But you're beautiful and you're cute doing it, so that's all that matters.
Oh, speaking of which, another quick Mass thing that came up that I wanted to ask / tell you about. Ben Affleck is shooting a movie right now, Gone Girl, maybe like another version of it. And the word going, they're saying that they shut down filming of this movie for 4 days because he was supposed to wear a New York Yankees jersey and he absolutely refuses to do it because he's, a masshole.
Yeah, he's a masshole.
How ridiculous is that?
That's ridiculous, but I feel like my friends would, like, I have Boston friends that would have the exact same thing.
We're going to talk about this on the next time. We're going to talk about this on the next episode about how much money it takes you to do things, because I have a story about this to share with you, and you also have a story to share with me. But what I want you to do, what I want you to do, Stephanie, is talk to your Boston friends and find out how much money it would take for them to do that, because as you and I both know, the number it takes to do something like that is way less than people think it is. Because we all sit and go, I wouldn't wear – I just said I hate the Steelers. How much money for me to wear a Steelers jersey to a Ravens Steelers game? It's way less than you think it is. Way less.
$200.
All
right, we'll talk. You know what? Next time, because we got a whole episode. I got a whole story about things you do for money, and none of it has to do with taking. Hey, you let me finish. None of it has to do with taking off my clothes. My clothes are on for all of them. You sick bastard.
All right. Well, everybody who's still listening to this, download our episodes. Give us a good rating. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Hit the like button. TikTok is shutting down, boo. I don't know if you heard about this.
I know.
But there's other things happening.
While you can.
Get it on, get it off. There's Instagram Reels. We're going to be doing everything. Lots of love to everybody. Stephanie, Blue and True, any parting words?
Goodbye, farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen saying goodbye. So long, farewell.
Well, no, I got some s'mores and some beers on the beach waiting for me back there.
S'mores? You hear that, Lolo? She's got s'mores waiting for her.
She likes the s'mores. I got s'mores made on a fire on a beach with sticks that we just picked out of the woods.
My God, the video. Drop the mic and we out.
We out.